Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan may seem strangers to the young lot, but the two superstars that once ruled the NBA were great friends for decades. Recently, Charles Barkley confessed that he wanted to play golf with Michael Jordan again and end the fight. But how did the players that went through hard-nosed games together on the basketball court end up in this situation in the first place? This video has all the answers, so let's get into it. First up, why did Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley end their friendship? Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley do seem unlikely as friends, but they had quite a past in the 1980s. The bond between the two players, selected 2 picks apart in the 1984 draft, endured heated matches on the basketball court, and even more endless arguments on the golf course, as both loved playing golf together. Charles Barkley, unapologetically giving his honest opinion, said things that permanently damaged his friendship with his closest friend, Michael Jordan. In Tom Brady's Sirius XM podcast, Let's Go, where Jim Gray and Larry Fitzgerald were also present, Barkley confessed that he and Michael Jordan haven't spoken to each other for 10 years. He also revealed that he said something which deeply offended the Bulls legend. When Brady asked if there have been any ramifications for being so honest during his television career, Barkley said it was probably him and Michael Jordan. He said they were best friends, which was the most prominent thing that came to his mind while answering the question. Barkley admitted that it hurt him terribly to lose Michael's relationship, but he has no qualms about saying what's on his mind. He said that he wanted Michael to know the toughest thing about keeping better people around him, because when someone is famous, they're there for private jets, free drinks, and fancy dinners. Not many people give honest opinions. Barkley then said that he tries to surround himself with people that let him know when he's doing something wrong. And when he tried to do the same with Michael, he got upset about the things that Barkley said in the media. Barkley here was referring back to 2012 when he made some comments about Jordan during a radio interview. On the Waddle and Sylvie show that aired on ESPN, he said that Jordan had not done a good job being an NBA executive or a manager. In this interview, Barkley also said that he thought the wrong people were around Jordan. Jordan owned most of the Charlotte Bobcats, now Hornets, for 2 years, and the team had the worst record in the NBA at 4-29. The Hall of Fame player worked for 6 years as a minority partner with the ultimate say in basketball issues before buying the Bobcats. Now you know the reason why they haven't spoke in 10 years. It sounds like Barkley was just being honest, but some things are not to be said about your friends. And not to forget, we don't know the other side of the story yet because Michael Jordan hasn't commented on Barkley's recent podcast. Don't go anywhere because we still haven't talked about how Barkley feels about getting in touch with his friend again. Next up, Charles Barkley wants to play golf with Michael Jordan once more. During a chat with Taylor Rooks of Bleacher Report, Barkley was again questioned about recent statements he made on Tom Brady's podcast, in which the Basketball Hall of Famer claimed that he and Jordan haven't spoken in 10 years because of something he said that offended the legendary Bulls player. Barkley further said it was a bad situation for himself and Jordan, but first and foremost, he'll take care of his job. He said it would have been unfair of him to criticize other general managers and coaches, but excuse Jordan because he's the best buddy. Barkley sounded firm and said he just couldn't do it. Barkley then continued about how he thinks Michael has to surround himself with better people, and he's concerned about his future success. Barkley told Rooks that he had no issue stating what he felt, which was the truth. He also told her that when Jordan got offended, he phoned him, and they didn't talk well. Since then, they haven't spoken. All the drama aside, it's evident that even Charles didn't expect to keep this grudge for so long. He also expressed how he just assumed it would pass quickly, and that's it. We both have stubborn personalities, Barkley said while sounding slightly disappointed. At what point in the interview did the reporter ask Barkley what he planned to tell Jordan to mend their friendship? He said he'd probably say he knew what he said, but it was only the truth and that he'd apologize if that offended him. Barkley then said he'd tell Jordan to let's get over the nonsense and get back to having fun while playing golf, just like they used to. Barkley says that the two have frequently been in the same room throughout the years but have never spoken to one another. Jordan has not yet responded to Barkley's remarks, and we're all hoping they solve the issue between them sooner rather than later. Moving on, how did they become such good friends? Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan appeared to be be opposites in some aspects. Barkley seems outgoing, social, and carefree, while Jordan has an aggressive, assertive, and private aura. You could easily notice this if you saw any of the interviews they recently did. The two were longtime friends. Even though they argued and had disagreements, they both liked gambling and golf. They were also two extremely tiny people on the planet who had experienced what it's like to be among the world's finest and most famous basketball players. They were aggressive on the basketball court, but had a loving friendship outside of it. The 1992 Dream Team was the first opportunity for the two 1984 draft picks to work together on the same team. Barkley appeared on the recent Back on the Record episode with Bob Costas on HBO on the 4th of August of 2022. Using the Gatorade film from Barcelona as a springboard, the iconic host went into great detail about Barkley's connection with the basketball GOAT. Costas then got a heartfelt reply from the NBA icon. In viral footage, the two are shown strolling down a corridor in Barcelona in 1992 as Sir Charles drinks Gatorade. Charles Barkley, aka the round mound of rebound, starts making fun of Michael Jordan, aka his airness, for appearing in Michael Jordan's well-known sports drink ad. In the video, Barkley sings, "I occasionally dream that he is me," trying to make fun of Jordan. The video is proof of the incredible bond they once had, and as fans, we're just waiting to see them together on the big screen. The Barcelona video shows Charles acting goofy for the cameras, and you can hear Michael, his good friend, chuckling in the distance. Interestingly, the two Hall of Fame players have etched their names into league history with a combined total of 25 All-Star appearances and 6 MVP honors. Things took a nasty turn the year when Charles insulted Michael for owning the NBA franchise Charlotte Hornets. Michael Jordan is not known for being tolerant of criticism. Since the fight, both celebrities have had difficulties. When both attended the league's 75th anniversary banquet, it was clear that they had started to ignore one another, and after that, they attended the same events but never interacted, even to say hi. We all wish it didn't happen, but the good thing is, we hope to see Barkley's on-screen intent to make things right. Fans can only hope that Michael accepts Charles' offer of friendship. Next up, a successful NBA club in Charlotte might be in Jordan's future. Barkley's comments caused the two players to drift apart, and it seems Jordan carried the critique to heart. However, the Charlotte Hornets have managed to revive themselves in recent years. This is because of Jordan's 2018 decision to work with Mitch Kupchak. Kupchak is a famous North Carolina Tar Heel and former NBA champion like Jordan, but unlike Jordan, the player turned general manager of the Los Angeles Lakers has also created several NBA championship winning teams. Kupchak is more qualified and experienced than Jordan in his roles as director of basketball operations and general manager. The previously known Chicago Bulls star seems to recognize the team's challenges, so he tries not to interfere with Jordan's way of running the business. The Hornets roster was overstuffed with overpriced veterans and unpromising players when Kupchak took charge. The team selected LaMelo Ball in the 3rd round of the 2020 selection after Kupchak was able to balance the finances and bottom out. Ball led the club to the play-in tournament and was named Rookie of the Year. The Hornets now appear to have a youthful core that might make them competitors for years to come following another successful pick in which the team selected Kai Jones of Texas and James Bouknight of UConn. If the team becomes successful, Jordan could end up forgiving Barkley, and the two might be able to mend fences and revive their fragile friendship. That's a wrap for today's video. Did you know Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley were best buddies in the early 90s? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates like this. Goodbye.